Hey, welcome back to the Austrian Victory mod. Last time we started playing as Prussia, but now we're here as the North German Confederation. We can't do anything right now, but in a year or so we will finally get to face off against Austria and France and maybe Britain too, but I have a feeling that Britain will not come to the aid of France. You can't see this from here, but their prime minister is Oswald Mosley, and he seems to be pretty friendly towards us, so we'll see what happens. We're also in a faction with Italy and Romania. Italy is led by this guy. Romania just randomly decided to join us. We're not even their same ideology, but we used to be their ideology, but when they joined us, we were not their ideology. We had already switched to despotism, and unfortunately, to even form the German Empire, which path we've decided on, we have to unite Germany first. And don't worry about this, of course. I mean no harm to France. I have nothing against them. I was just drawing some cute lines across the map to distract you guys and entertain you or something. But of course, the real reason is we have to go for Austria first, as per our focus tree. We could manually justify, but usually in these mods, manual justification bypasses the creative vision of the mod developers, so it's not the nicest thing to do. And either way, Austria has a much larger land border with us, so it will not be as difficult as attacking through this tiny area where we would most likely be on the defensive for a long time. And the Hellenic fatherland wants to join us. We'll let them in. They're pretty weak, but they can join regardless. I'm not too judgmental. They have a few cores, but not many. And we're about ready to complete the Blade Reforge focus. None shall stop our war machine. We'll now go on to invite some people to our alliance, since we've already so graciously accepted the voluntary joinings of some other minor places. It'd be nice to get a real foothold in Scandinavia. Also building military factories. I probably would have built civilian factories for longer if I realized sooner we had to go after Austria first, but it's fine. I'm always far too civ greedy anyway. Also, we have a decent amount of oil in Germany. I don't know if this is here in vanilla, but we're able to train our planes and our navy. I will build a few synthetics though. That'll make things nice. We won't have to worry about trading for rubber, even though we probably won't be fighting the British, so we still should have access to a lot of their rubber in their colonial territories, but just in case. I don't know what America and Britain are gonna do for sure and who they're gonna side with. America last time announced a campaign against radicalism. I don't think we're radical in their eyes, but we might as well be. I'm sure Italy is, at least. So we got a non-aggression pact with Russia, and now we'll form the Greater European Revolutionary Sphere. Sounds familiar. And we researched Fighter 2s, which will be nice, about a year early, and none of the AI countries should have them anytime soon. So I think we've guaranteed ourselves air supremacy with that. Austria is building quite a few planes though. Hungary a few also, but even combined, not as much as us. Maybe with France's help, they would outmatch us in the skies. And I guess we do have Italy and Romania, but I'm not really counting on them for much anything. We're also going to convince the King of Sweden to coup himself, take over the country and join us. We'll see if he decides to do that. It's a pretty nice offer. Okay, so we have to wait for Sweden to flip ideology. They might do that, I'm not sure. But we can invite Switzerland? I don't know if they'll join. Hopefully they do. That would be another area to distract Austria at. And the United Kingdom invaded India with their British Raj puppet, but failed. Their puppet capitulated, and now India is united and completely free from Britain. Hopefully this makes them sad and they become depressed and don't decide to do something with France. Though being depressed might put them in some sort of spiral where they're drawn into France. They might become desperate, is probably the best way to put it. Anyways, it's time for Silesia or war. We'll see what the Austrian Austrians decide. They are pretty strong. We didn't get Switzerland or Sweden or anything, but we're pretty strong too. I don't think Romania or Italy will do very well, but they're good enough distractions. We'll also research some railway guns, though we're a little late for the Austria thing. We'll have one when we maybe attack France, maybe. Okay, Austria denies. We get the war goal. We'll declare. We have cores on the south German Confederation, but not on Austria, of course. Austria can't even hold the parts of its empire as core states these days, so there's not a chance that we can. Luckily, we have a few good national spirits, and those combined with these very good divisions should make this pretty easy. I probably don't even need to micro, I can just battle plan. I don't think they had any other, yeah, they don't have any other allies on weird borders, and I probably won't even call any of our allies in, because if we can win this ourselves, we might as well take everything we want in the peace deal. Austria's finally bringing some reinforcements to the front though, which is good because we're about into proper Austrian territory. As a matter of fact, we're only 2 tiles away from their capital. And Italy and Romania are serving as great distractions. Italy's distracting 3 divisions, Romania's distracting maybe 20 divisions. I forgot we have this decision too to sabotage the Austrians. That's fun. A little bit of sabotage. We'll accept some volunteers from Russia, though we don't really need volunteers. I guess we can do this focus too to give us 10% more attack and defense. Like, we really need 10% more. It'll also give 10% more to all of our allies, but I don't think they'll be involved in this unless things take a turn for the worse, which they might if these artillery numbers keep going down. Never mind. I know why we're slowing down. It's because of the planes. I forgot to switch them around. And with some casts, we were able to march into the Austrian capital. There we are, the fall of Vienna. The war isn't quite over, but without their capital, I'm sure that's quite the significant loss of imperial prestige for them. Wait, can we even get Russia to intervene? It's not like we would ever need them to in this situation where we're winning by ourselves without any of our current allies, but if this decision actually brings them into this, that's even more crazy if we can get them to, and like theoretically, we could have had Sweden and Switzerland attacking here. This might actually be really hard as Austria. I thought Prussia would be the difficult country to play as. And we're breaking into Bavaria. If we can capitulate Bavaria, that'll cut Austria off from the other southern German states. It'll also give us direct access to Italy, so we can go into Italy and wave hello. And here's the end of an Austrian empire. Not so triumphant. France also declared on us, but I think I'm just not gonna do anything and just capitulate Austria. Though this is a little bit of a dire situation, but Austria is almost gone. Okay, perfect. Let's take the Austrian Empire for ourselves. Italy, they didn't help, so they don't get anything. I guess they distracted those 3 divisions, but I don't think that should award them any territory. And interesting, I like this. The Austrian Empire owns Qingdao, so what we can do is through that one state, satellite China, and then get a puppet state that theoretically will have cores on all of China, which would be interesting, though I don't know if that'll exactly happen. And then we can get a small colony they have. Here we are, and now we can turn all of our attention to France. India also sent us volunteers, which is nice. The US almost sent us volunteers, but I guess he changed his mind. Ooh, we can also launch a Congo revolt, though I'm not going to do that because France is not going to last very long, and if we stage a revolt, it'll be more difficult to take that territory for ourselves. Also, the Rhine capitulated, so that leaves us as the sole Germany. The Netherlands automatically switched to our side, which is very good. They saw what was coming. And now instead of Napoleon III, Napoleon VI gets to be humiliated by Prussia, or the North German Confederation, which now owns all of southern Germany and Austria. We just didn't own the Rhine, so we couldn't declare the empire. I guess, yeah, we can form Germany now. We have Versailles, the most important city and the only place where we can legally declare it, so might as well. The unification Confederation of Germany. Yeah, quite a large German empire today. We're also doing this focus to get cores on all of Austria, and then we can bring Wilhelm back. Unfortunately, there was a scripted peace deal, so Italy did get something, but we got most everything. And now that is a pretty big German empire. I think these are amazing borders. And with Venice in our hands and not Italy's hands, I can't be too mad that Italy got Savoy. Well, maybe Italy already had Savoy. I can't remember. But the battle is not over. Napoleon VI fights on in French Algeria. They don't have that many divisions though, so I'm just going to send one army down there into Italy's territory to finish them off once and for all. Yeah, we didn't really need anybody else's help. We only needed Italy's help because we need to use their land to get into Algeria, and we technically didn't even need to get into Algeria because they're not a major, it's only Portugal. So if I paid closer attention, we could have done all this without calling in a single ally. No Russia, no UK, nobody who's in our faction, but it's okay. We need to be a little more humble. Russia also took Constantinople. Yeah, the Ottomans, yeah, they're not gonna do so well. Even their own subjects are fighting against them. Abdulaziz, yeah, not good for them. I really like how Byzantium's back on the map now. Yeah, that war ended pretty fast, but Byzantium's here. That's really good. I really like Byzantium. I'm going to steal them as my own puppet state and give them all their historical territory. And guess what? Today is the official restoration day, and there he is, Wilhelm II, finally back. We made sure to win all of the conflicts before he was allowed to return, though. He was also disgraced in this timeline like our own. So you'll do Wilhelm the Uniter, no ultimate power for him. So I guess we will become democratic, kind of. And now we'll do the best focus ever, the Empire Reborn. I have to say, Wilhelm, he's looking very cute in those sunglasses. I like the fireworks too. It's pretty nice. We're also officially a democracy, so we're now the good guys, I guess. I was going to fight Russia, but we're actually not allowed to. I don't think. Anyways, that's all for today. Hope you all enjoyed, and see you all next time.